How much do you know about Lepidopteran larvae? You have undoubtedly encountered a caterpillar in your lifetime and have perhaps even had the opportunity to handle one. These fascinating facts about caterpillars will increase your admiration for these amazing critters. The caterpillar must eat enough during the larval stage to maintain itself through the pupal stage and into adulthood. It might not have the energy to finish its metamorphosis without a healthy diet. Even while malnourished caterpillars may grow into adults, they are unable to lay eggs. During a stage of their life cycle that normally lasts several weeks, caterpillars can consume a tremendous amount of food. During their lifetime, some people devour 27,000 times their body weight. A caterpillar has just one job: to eat. Caterpillars increase their body mass by as much as 1,000 times or more. Growth is the focus of the larval stage of the life cycle. The caterpillar will develop enormously in a matter of weeks. The caterpillar molts several times as it becomes larger and heavier because its cuticle, or skin, is only so malleable. An instar is the term for the period of development between molts, and most caterpillars go through 5 to 6 instars before pupating. It makes sense why caterpillars eat so much food. A caterpillar's first meal is usually its eggshell. Most of the time, a caterpillar will eat the remaining shell when it hatches, from its egg. The emerging larva receives a healthy start from the egg's outer layer, known as the chorion, which is high in protein. A caterpillar has as many as 4,000 muscles in its body. That insect has some significant muscle mass. Humans have 650 muscles in comparison, despite having a much larger body. The head capsule of the caterpillar alone has 248 distinct muscles. Each body part is controlled by about 70 muscles. Surprisingly, 1 or 2 neurons innervate each of the 4,000 muscles. Caterpillars have 12 eyes. A caterpillar has 6 small eyelets, or stomata, placed in a semicircle on each side of its head. Typically, one of the 6 eyelets is a little off-center and situated nearer the antennae. An insect with 12 eyes might seem to have superb vision, but that isn't the case. The stomata only aid the caterpillar in distinguishing between light and dark. A caterpillar occasionally moves its head from side to side if you watch one closely. It probably uses this to make depth and distance judgments while traveling fairly blindly. Caterpillars produce silk. Caterpillars have modified salivary glands that they can use to generate silk when necessary. A silken thread is used by some caterpillars, such as gypsy moths, to balloon from the treetops and disperse. Others, like webworms or eastern tent caterpillars, build silk tents in which they reside in groups. Bagworms assemble dead vegetation into a shelter using silk. When a caterpillar pupates, it also uses silk to create a cocoon or suspend a chrysalis. Caterpillars have 6 legs, just as adult butterflies or moths do. The majority of the caterpillars you've seen have more than 6 legs, however most of those extra legs are prolegs, or artificial legs, which allow the caterpillar to climb and grasp onto plant surfaces. The caterpillar's actual legs, which it will keep as an adult, are the 3 pairs of legs on its thoracic segments. On each of its abdominal segments, a caterpillar may have up to 5 pairs of prolegs, usually with a terminal pair on the tail end. Caterpillars move in a wave-like motion, from back to front. When all of their prolegs are present, caterpillars move in a manner that is quite predictable. A caterpillar will typically stretch forward with 1 pair of legs at a time, beginning at the back end, after first anchoring itself with the terminal pair of prolegs. But there's more going on than just the movement of the legs. The blood pressure of the caterpillar fluctuates as it advances, and its stomach, which is essentially a cylinder suspended inside its body, moves in time with the head and tail. Because they have fewer prolegs, inchworms and loopers move by pushing their hind ends into their thorax and then extending their front halves. Caterpillars get creative when it comes to self-defense. Since life at the base of the food chain can be difficult, caterpillars use a variety of tactics to keep from becoming a bird dinner. Some caterpillars, such as the young black swallowtails, have the appearance of bird droppings. Some inchworms in the Geometridae family have markings that resemble leaf scars or bark and mimic twigs. As a countermeasure, some caterpillars utilize vivid colors to draw attention to themselves and signal their toxicity. Some caterpillars, like the spicebush swallowtail, have huge eye spots that serve as a deterrent to birds from eating them. You have probably seen a caterpillar use thanatosis to frustrate your attempts to capture it if you have ever attempted to remove it from its host plant only to have it fall to the ground. Swallowtail caterpillars have a distinctive defense stink gland called an osmeterium that emits a strong odor. Many caterpillars use the toxins from their host plants to their own advantage. Plants and caterpillars co-evolve. Many caterpillars are able to store the toxins in their bodies, effectively employing these substances to protect themselves from predators. Some host plants release toxic or foul-tasting compounds to deter herbivores from devouring their foliage. The monarch caterpillar and milkweed, which serves as its host plant, are a prime illustration of this. The milkweed plant's glycosides are consumed by the monarch caterpillar. Through adulthood, these toxins stay in the monarch butterfly, rendering it poisonous to birds and other predators.